Have you heard the word disciple before? Okay, who can tell me what does it mean?
Followers of Jesus.
Very good, a follower of Jesus. And what does a follower of Jesus supposed to do?
Others to follow Jesus.
Okay, but how do we follow Jesus?
Follow the Ten Commandments and do something good, like give all your money to the poor.
Very good. It's to follow the Ten Commandments. Give your money to the poor. See, she was listening to the gospel. That's what Jesus said in the gospel. To follow Jesus means to do what Jesus asks us to do. Now, if you heard in the beginning of the gospel, did Jesus says that his disciples should hate their parents and brothers should hate their sisters? He did not say that? Well, I don't know. I heard him say that. He did say that, but does that mean, could you believe that Jesus will tell us to hate someone else? No. So there is another meaning for it. See, at the time when the gospel was written, which is like 2,000 years ago, not everyone was Christian yet. So there's a lot of pagans, and sometimes in a family, it could be the child, it could be one of the parents, it could be a brother or sister. If they decided to become a Christian, the rest of their family will not allow them. They will persecute them. Sometimes they'll go and call the Roman soldiers to come and take him to jail. So that's why Jesus is saying in those situations, it's better off to kind of hate our fathers and mothers and siblings. In other words, not listen to them, but listen to Jesus. Now, we're blessed that today we all grow in a Christian homes and Catholic families. We live in a Christian world. So really, nobody's going to give us to the police or throw us in jail if we follow Jesus, right? So that's a blessing that all of you are born into Catholic or Christian families. But is there sometimes other things that we put ahead of Jesus? Okay, like what? Money? Okay, being kind to your family. Helping someone when they're ill. What? Put others before yourself. What about on this side? Any ideas? Huh? Power, right? Sometimes we want power. We don't want to listen to Jesus. We want to do what we want to do. And that's why I ask you to bring back some of your candy. Okay? That's the way, like you all give the different examples about sharing our possessions. Now, you don't have too much money yet. You don't have too much power, but I'm sure after Halloween you had a lot of candy. And it's kind of us to share with others if we're really going to follow Jesus and be his disciples. Now, but you're thinking, well, why should I give away some of my candy? I like candy. What do you think? Why should we do this? Okay, because some kids can go trick-or-treating, so we want to share with them. But why should we care about them? Okay, but why should I do this? I love my candy. I want to keep it.
Because in some countries or towns, people don't have enough money or they don't just have candy at all. So if we give this candy, even if it's sweet and they like it, we have a lot of it, so we can give it to them.
Okay, that's true, but still, I'm selfish. Let's see you guys, yeah. Okay, that's all good reasons, but okay, and then what about the experience? Okay, maybe like somebody gave you something before and now you're doing the same. Okay, that's a good reason, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. Okay, that's another good reason. Okay, let me ask you the question different way. What's our reward if we keep giving things away to others, if we love others, if we're kind to others? What's the reward?
The reward is, well, the reward is not really, it's not money,
Okay.
but it's not like, it's not really like receiving anything because when you do good things, you shouldn't like ask, where's my stuff?
Okay, very good. We shouldn't look for a reward, but still, I think we're all going to get a reward. What's that reward that Jesus can give us?
Trust and accomplishment.
Okay, trust and accomplishment. Okay, knowing that we help others. We feel good about ourselves. But what's the reward Jesus will give us if we really live as his disciples? Huh? Okay, we grow in love. We get our heart's desire of love. Very good. And how does Jesus show he loves us? Eternal life in heaven. And that's what Jesus are telling us. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices, maybe give up some of our candy, give up some of our time, help someone else. But we shouldn't look for a reward in this world. But one day, God gonna give us eternal life where we can have all the candy we want. We can have all the things we love for all eternity. So we need to think of the long-term picture, not just focus, oh, now I'm giving my candy, I'm gonna lose some candy. But think of how much more we're gonna get, much more than what we ever give in this life. And that's what Jesus is telling us today. Keep that in mind. Yes, I call you to make sacrifices, to give up sometimes family or friends, to give up, power, sometimes to give up time. Sometimes I'm sure you say, oh, I don't have time to pray today because I have too much homework. Or I want to watch TV or play my video games. Jesus says, no, give me a few minutes of your time, and one day I'm going to give you all eternity. And that's why it makes sense for us to be disciples of Jesus, to follow what he tells us to do, because at the end, we're going to get a much bigger reward than we ever sacrifice.